it's highly recommended to install a separate electrical service for a rental unit. There are several reasons why this is a sound decision. Firstly, safety is paramount. A separate service provides an independent power source, significantly reducing the risk of electrical overload or fire in the main house. This isolation ensures that any electrical issues in the rental unit won't directly impact the main dwelling and vice versa. Secondly, a dedicated service ensures consistent and reliable power supply to the rental. Even if there's a problem with the main house's electrical system, the rental unit will continue to receive uninterrupted power. This reliability is essential for tenant satisfaction and prevents potential disruptions. Thirdly, code compliance is a critical factor. Most building codes mandate separate electrical services for accessory dwellings, which include rental units. Adhering to these codes ensures that the electrical installation meets safety standards and avoids potential legal issues. Fourthly, insurance companies may require a separate electrical service for rentals. Compliance with this requirement is vital for obtaining and maintaining adequate insurance coverage for both the main house and the rental unit. Fifthly, a separate service increases the resale value of both the main house and the rental unit. Potential buyers recognize that the electrical system is up to code, providing a level of safety and convenience that enhances the property's appeal. When planning the electrical system for the rental unit, several factors must be carefully considered. The rental unit should have its own meter, subpanel, and electrical system completely independent from the main house. The subpanel should be properly sized to handle the expected electrical load of the rental. This involves calculating the total amperage draw of all appliances, lighting, and other electrical devices that will be used in the rental unit. The wiring should be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code, known as the NEC, and all local codes. This ensures that the electrical installation meets safety standards and is free from potential hazards. Remember to factor in additional considerations as well. While installing a separate service can be more expensive initially than using the existing subpanel, it's a wise investment that will pay off in the long run, providing enhanced safety, reliability, and property value. Carefully consider the placement of the new service entrance to minimize any visual impact on the main house. Strive for a discreet and aesthetically pleasing installation that blends seamlessly with the existing structure. The new service entrance must comply with local regulations regarding clearances, accessibility, and weather protection. Permits from the local building department may be required before starting any electrical work. Ensure that all necessary permits are obtained to avoid potential fines or delays. Let's delve deeper into the electrical considerations for this project. The first step is to determine the total electrical load of the rental unit. This involves calculating the amperage draw of all appliances, lighting, and other electrical devices that will be used in the rental. For example, a refrigerator might draw 5 amps, a microwave 10 amps, and a lighting circuit 15 amps. Add up all these individual loads to arrive at the total amperage. Once the total electrical load is known, the appropriate size of the subpanel can be determined. The subpanel should have a capacity that exceeds the total load by at least 25%. This provides a safety margin and allows for future expansion. For instance, if the total load is 60 amps, the subpanel should have a capacity of at least 75 amps. The wiring from the main service panel to the subpanel must be properly sized to handle the anticipated load. The NEC provides tables that specify the appropriate wire gauge for different amperage ratings. For example, for a 75 amp circuit, a number 4 American wire gauge copper wire or a number 2 American wire gauge aluminum wire might be required. The wiring must be installed in conduit to protect it from physical damage. Conduit can be made of metal or plastic and should be securely fastened to the structure. All electrical connections must be made using approved methods and materials. Wire connectors should be properly sized and tightened to ensure a secure connection. Grounding is an essential safety measure that helps to prevent electrical shock. The subpanel must be properly grounded to the main service panel. Grounding electrodes, such as ground rods or ground plates, must be installed in accordance with the NEC. Ground fault circuit interrupters, also known as GFCIs, should be installed in all areas where water is present, such as bathrooms and kitchens. GFCIs protect against electrical shock by quickly interrupting the circuit if a ground fault is detected. Arc fault circuit interrupters, also known as FSIs, should be installed in all branch circuits that supply outlets or devices in living areas. FSIs protect against electrical fires by detecting and interrupting arc faults, which are a common cause of electrical fires. All electrical work should be performed by a qualified electrician who is familiar with the NEC and local codes. A professional electrician will ensure that the electrical installation is safe, reliable, and compliant with all applicable regulations. After the electrical work is completed, it should be inspected by a qualified electrical inspector. The inspector will verify that the installation meets all code requirements and is free from potential hazards. Now let's talk about some specific examples. Imagine the rental unit has a refrigerator drawing 5 amps, an electric stove drawing 30 amps, a microwave drawing 10 amps, a dishwasher drawing 10 amps, and lighting and small appliances drawing 15 amps. The total electrical load would be 5 plus 30 plus 10 plus 10 plus 15, which equals 70 amps. In this case, a 100 amp subpanel would be recommended to provide a safety margin and allow for future expansion. The wiring from the main service panel to the subpanel would need to be sized to handle 100 amps. According to NEC Table 310.15, B16, a number 3 American wire gauge copper wire or a number 1 American wire gauge aluminum wire would be required for a 100 amp circuit. The wiring would need to be installed in conduit and properly grounded. GFCIs would be required in the kitchen and bathroom, and FSIs would be required in all branch circuits that supply outlets or devices in the living areas. Another example, if the rental unit is smaller and has a refrigerator drawing 5 amps, a microwave drawing 10 amps, and lighting and small appliances drawing 15 amps. The total electrical load would be 5 plus 10 plus 15, which equals 30 amps. In this case, a 60 amp subpanel would be sufficient. The wiring from the main service panel to the subpanel would need to be sized to handle 60 amps. According to NEC Table 310.15, B16, a number 6 American wire gauge copper wire or a number 4 American wire gauge aluminum wire would be required for a 60 amp circuit. The wiring would need to be installed in conduit and properly grounded. GFCIs would be required in the kitchen and bathroom, and FSIs would be required in all branch circuits that supply outlets or devices in the living areas. In both examples, it's crucial to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the electrical installation meets all code requirements and is safe and reliable. A licensed electrician will be able to accurately calculate the electrical load, select the appropriate size of the subpanel and wiring, and install the electrical system in accordance with the NEC and local codes. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, and it's always best to leave it to the professionals. Attempting to do electrical work without proper training and experience can result in serious injury or even death. In summary, installing a separate electrical service for a rental unit is a highly recommended investment that provides numerous benefits including safety, reliability, code compliance, insurance, and resale value. By carefully considering the electrical load, selecting the appropriate size of the subpanel and wiring, and working with a qualified electrician, you can ensure that the electrical system for the rental unit is safe, reliable, and compliant with all applicable regulations. This will provide long-term benefits for both the landlord and tenant. Furthermore, regular maintenance and inspections of the electrical system are essential to ensure its continued safety and reliability. Schedule periodic inspections by a qualified electrician to identify and address any potential problems before they become serious. Replace any worn or damaged wiring or components promptly. Keep the electrical panel clean and free from obstructions. Ensure that all electrical outlets and switches are in good working order. By taking these precautions, you can minimize the risk of electrical hazards and ensure the safety of the rental unit and its occupants. Remember, electrical safety is a shared responsibility. Landlords and tenants should work together to ensure that the electrical system is properly maintained and used safely. Tenants should report any electrical problems to the landlord immediately. Landlords should respond promptly to address any electrical issues and ensure that the electrical system is in good working order. By working together, landlords and tenants can create a safe and comfortable living environment for everyone. In conclusion, separate electrical service is a crucial investment in the safety, reliability, and value of a rental property. It's a decision that benefits both landlords and tenants, providing peace of mind and a secure electrical environment. Prioritize this upgrade to ensure a positive and safe rental experience.